Good morning, taste buds, and happy Mardi Gras, or as they say in New Orleans, let the good times roll. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein, and welcome to my party to celebrate Fat Tuesday with a menu fit for the Big Easy today on SoFlo Taste. How fun is that? Michelle Bernstein, and welcome to the Goya Kitchen here at JA World in Coconut Creek, and welcome to SoFlo Taste. This Tuesday is Fat Tuesday, or Mardi Gras, a legal holiday in Louisiana, and just like every holiday I celebrate, food plays a big part. So today I thought it would be fun to give some of my favorite recipes perfect to celebrate Fat Tuesday, and later I'll give you the reason why they call it Fat Tuesday, but for now, let's get cooking. I thought it would be perfect to start out with a shrimp gumbo, just delicious and rich and the best way to eat shrimp. I always think, though, that you should always use the whole shrimp when you're cooking shrimp. So what we did was we peeled these beautiful 1620 shrimp that came from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. These are gorgeous pink shrimp. And I just want to remind you, my friends over at Delaware said that they can help you with your celebration of Mardi Gras right here in SoFlo with fresh seafood, sausages, chicken for your etouffee, jambalaya gumbos, or po' boys. You can go to delawarechicken.com or call 954-983-6831. Pick up what you need in store at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, and make sure you tell them Chef Michelle sent you. So anyway, peeling the shrimp, using that shell of the shrimp to make a more flavorful broth. I mean, you can always just pick up some chicken broth, which we're going to use, and that is perfectly fine, but why not fortify it and make it taste even better? So in here, I have all of the shrimp shells from these shrimp that I just basically caramelized a little bit in oil. Once they're caramelized, just add the chicken broth, and that's it. It's not like it's a big deal. Now, if you really want to make like a true shrimp stock, that takes a bit longer, but it's just basically a lot of vegetables. But this is just delicious because it gives it a little bit of that shrimp shell caramelized flavor, which is really yummy in all of your recipes. All right, moving on. In this pot, I'm starting the actual gumbo. I have peppers, bell peppers, celery, and onions cooking in oil and butter. And all I'm doing is waiting for them to get really nice and soft, which they have. And now we're gonna start on the most important part, which is the roux. So I'm gonna go ahead first and add some tomato paste, paprika, the flour, which is exactly the same amount as fat. So it was half butter, half oil. Let's say that's a half a cup, so it would be a half a cup of flour for that to make the right amount of roux and the right texture, which is more important. I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic now rather than at the beginning so that the garlic doesn't caramelize too much and become bitter. So with roux, you really need to work it in the pan. So grab yourself, this is not something you want to walk away from. This is what we chefs do. We hover. We're constantly stirring and touching and prodding and smelling and making sure that things are not overcooking and are just to that perfect point of doneness. So grab a napkin, hold on to your pot, and just keep stirring this until not only will it come kind of together because of that roux, you're also going to allow it to caramelize and get as much flavor as we can, because if we get this toasty, we're going to have more flavor in our dish. Okay, as this caramelizes, I'm going to throw in some whole thyme. I think one sprig is pretty much enough, and 2 bay leaves. Okay, this roux has come together and it's starting to caramelize. The color has gone from a very light blonde color to more of a dark blonde color. Would that be like my hair? I don't really ever know what that means. Okay, then we're gonna add a little bit of beer, whatever you like, whatever you have in your fridge. If you like, if you'd rather go non-alcoholic, you can do so. But all of the alcohol does dissipate. That was about half a beer. Stir that around. Ooh, y'all, it already starts smelling good, doesn't it? Okay, now we're gonna add some chopped tomatoes from a can and andouille sausage. So we're doing a shrimp and andouille sausage gumbo because why not? All right, mix all that up together. Start the cooking process on the andouille. I want everyone to see how this is really thickened up. It's just a beautiful texture. We've cooked out the raw flavor of the flour and texture of that flour. And now we have this beautiful roux. So we have a gorgeous base now to our sauce and our dish. All we have to do right now is add this broth. So just grab a strainer and pour this shrimp broth right in. All right, we're gonna let this go. I'm gonna keep stirring. I'm not gonna walk away. Of course, you're gonna come right back for more Mardi Gras food after the break because we have so many fun things going on today. But before you all go, as you can see, I'm not wearing a mask, but all those around me are. And once the cameras are off, I will mask up too. So mask up, SoFlo, come right back.
Celebrate the food of South Florida at SoFloTaste.com. It's the place to ask me a question or make a comment, especially good comments. Again, SoFloTaste.com. SoFlo Taste will return right after this.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste and my celebration of Fat Tuesday known as Mardi Gras in French. And that's where the holiday came from, France. Mardi Gras is the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent. So it's the last time to stock up on food, drink, and merriment before Easter, exactly 47 days later. Let's get back to my menu for merriment. Okay, so gumbo's working. It's all thick and juicy and delicious. The only thing we need, actually we need a few things, right? We need shrimp, which is going in now. We've got these gorgeous cleaned shrimp. And if you want to cut them down to make eating just easier, you know, you can do that. But I'm going to keep the shrimp whole on this gumbo because look how beautiful this is, the big old shrimp and the andouille. All right, next thing we're adding to this is some good Louisiana hot sauce. As much or as little as you want, but you do need a little bit, at least some. So this is Filet Gumbo and it's sassafras leaves. You don't have to have it. I just thought I would be very kind of classic and traditional and add it in. And then the best part. So we took okra, look at this. So we took okra, we cut it, sliced it, put it into some milk. A chef that works for me, his name is Joel, his Cuban grandma used to do this to take away all that kind of gooiness of the okra, to make you fall in love with okra. And so you soak it for just a little bit, like 20 minutes, and then you dredge it in some cornmeal, some fine cornmeal, and then you quickly fry it, and this is what it looks like. It's actually really great to just nibble on, and it doesn't have any sliminess to it. It's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this gumbo with the okra. Just put that right in there. Now I'm done. Just so you know, when you all were out, I added about 2 teaspoons almost of salt to this because it really needed it. So I'm just gonna serve myself some. Now this can go with a side of rice, but I love it with a little bit of cornbread. So we've got some cornbread over here. Oh, this smells so good. I'm leaving the bay leaf in there because I just think it looks beautiful. And I love serving with a bay leaf. It just, to me, makes things look more homemade. And look at this. So good. with a side of cornbread. Can't think of anything better. All right, we are gonna jump from that recipe right in to another recipe that is probably one of my favorites, and that is a po' boy. I don't know anybody that doesn't like a po' boy, but I'm going to give you a po' boy that's a little different today. We're going to do fried green tomato po' boys. I'm not sure if anybody else has ever done it, but I just decided why not make everybody happy, those that love meat and that don't love meat, those that might love the idea of a po' boy but just can't eat it because they're not eating meat at the moment. So we've taken some fried green tomatoes and sliced them and salted them and put them over a rack because look how much juiciness comes out of them. We want these fried really crispy without so much water in them. So I have a little bit of oil here. All I did was dredge them in a little bit of flour, which I seasoned with some Creole spices. You can always use Old Bay or whatever you've got. And then in an egg wash that had some buttermilk. And then finally in a little bit of cornmeal. If you don't have any cornmeal, a little polenta ground up is fine. Or you can just go back into the flour and use flour. So I'm going to go ahead and fry these green tomatoes until they're really nice and crispy. All right. Let's go ahead and make the remoulade for the po' boy. In here I've got some mayonnaise. I would just use your favorite mayonnaise. I've got a couple. We're going to open up that hot sauce again. Again, go as little or as heavy as you want with your hot sauce. Got some ketchup. Every remoulade recipe is different, so this is just one I love. You can do whatever you like. This is some grainy mustard, horseradish, celery salt, one of my favorite things in the world, cayenne pepper, paprika, some chopped up parsley, and a little squeeze of lemon. Shot of Worcestershire, and let's mix all that up. All right, now that we've got our mayo, our green tomatoes are frying, come right back and I can put all this together because I have some great little surprises going into this sandwich I think you're gonna love. Come right back for more recipes for Mardi Gras and beyond. By the way, all of my recipes are available on the SoFlo Show's webpage. Just point your phone camera at this quick response code. It'll take you to the SoFlo Show's page. You'll also see the QRC on our ingredient list throughout the show. Come right back.
Come back to the Goya Kitchen at J.A. World, Michelle, and the food. This is SoFlo Taste.
Welcome back to SoFlo Taste, where I'm all about Mardi Gras and its food. And I'm also all about J.A. World. As I always am, I'm here at this wonderful facility in Coconut Creek, a great place dedicated to our kids and their future. For more information, go to jasouthflorida.org or call 954-979-7100. Now back to my Fat Tuesday recipes. I'm excited about the po' boy. So we had the green tomatoes, which we fried. They're beautifully crispy. I salted them a little bit, but then I drained some seasoned red tomatoes because I love shredded lettuce and tomatoes in a po' boy. I also decided, because it's fried green tomatoes, to put a little bit of grated cheddar into the mix. So let's put the whole thing together. I've got this yummy remoulade. That horseradish really comes out beautifully. I'm pretty happy about how that came out. So spread, and you know I love my sauces, so I'm pretty liberal with the amount of remoulade on my bread. And I've got these beautiful soft hoagie rolls, which I got at just a regular old supermarket that we all would go to. And making sure I'm on the top and on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Switch that around a little bit. I'm going to start out with the shredded lettuce on the bottom. tomatoes above that, which I told you I seasoned. I put some salt and pepper and let them sit on the rack so that they lost a little bit of their moisture and they don't soak the sandwich through. I just kind of sliced them up. Then the fried greens, which if you need to, you can always cut them in half, but I love them whole like this. Oh yeah. And then finally, this grated cheddar. It's like a slightly aged cheddar. Just so delicious. Should I cut it in half? I should. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's put a little hot sauce on there too. Because why not? Make it all pretty. All right, let's cut that bad boy in half. If I can. I think I can. Yep. And there we have it. A beautiful fried green tomato po' boy. Oh my goodness. This came out even better than I thought. Ooh, it's amazing when ideas actually work out even better than when they were just stuck in your head. All right, everyone, I think it's time for dessert. And for dessert, I've decided to go straight to Brennan's, one of the oldest, most classic restaurants in New Orleans. And they make probably the best bananas Foster tableside that you can get. So I've decided to take on the responsibility of making bananas Foster. So let's go ahead and start out by melting some brown sugar and butter together and get that nice and warm. A little bit of cinnamon in there too. All right, while we melt that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut some bananas. So I brought these from home. I grow some of the best bananas, I think, in town. But I grow too many of them. We always have a lot of bananas at our house. All right, so see how this is just warming up? The brown sugar is just starting to melt. Go ahead and cut these bananas any old way. I don't like them too thick, but it's kind of up to you how you like them. Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add 2 liquors. One is an aged rum, the other is a banana liqueur. So off the burner, go ahead and add in the 2 liqueurs. And you do it off the burner because once you set it on your flame, that's what happens. So we're gonna go ahead and let this reduce, let our brown sugar melt in here, and let this become a little bit thicker. It should coat the back of a spoon, and once it does, we're gonna add our bananas back in. Come right back so I can show you how beautiful this is gonna come out. Woo!
Hi, I'm design expert Elena Capra. Michelle will be right back. And don't forget, stay tuned for another episode of SoFlo Home Project following SoFlo Taste.
Welcome back to our Mardi Gras show. So we have a delicious banana liqueur and rum reduction right here. It's gotten really nice and thick. I'm gonna go ahead and add my bananas to the pan. I've got my ice cream ready in my bowl, and it's smelling really good in here. I think all the boys are pretty excited to try the po' boy and the bananas, right? Woo! All right, once these bananas just start to soften, it takes about 45 seconds. And look, now you can see that we've got the most gorgeous glaze. Look at that. Oh yeah, we are ready. Grab a nice big spoon and serve yourself up bananas Foster. This recipe is really just so perfect, and of course it is. It came from Brennan's. just delicious. What a way to celebrate Mardi Gras. Well, there we have it. I imagine Mardi Gras has changed over the years from the first celebration in 1699. And if you can't travel to New Orleans for the big day, I hope that these recipes can get you a little closer to the good times. Next week, I'm taking it easy. Actually, I'm letting you take it easy as I give you quick, easy, and delicious recipes from my years of recipe collecting. I'll show you that delicious can really come from quick and easy. I'm whipping up a sausage and peppers recipe, a pasta dish with some fabulous chicken thighs. Please be here. It'll be quick and easy next time on SoFlo Taste. Let's check in with my friend and yours, Miss Elena Capra from SoFlo Home Project. What's up, Elena? What have you got for us next?
Hi, Michelle. So we are here today in Orlando at K-This Today. And as a certified master kitchen bath designer, this is one of my favorite industry shows. Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, we are going to take you through the show for a sneak peek at some of the latest products and design trends for kitchen and baths.
Thank you, Elena. Happy Mardi Gras. So, Taste Buds, thank you for joining me today and every week. Be smart, be safe, and be vaccinated. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye, good taste, and let the good times roll.